Hello everyone, nice day today, so I thought I'd get on my motorcycle and go a little farther from Sturgeon Bay. Let me show you where I'm at. I'm just maybe half a mile or so south of Southern North Schools. This is County DK. It used to be the highway before the 4-lane highway was built, and right along here there's this little wayside. I don't think a lot of people come down here anymore because I don't think a lot of people necessarily come down this road, and there's this place called Tornado County Park. It's actually one of the older county parks in Door County, and I don't think a lot of people necessarily know why this place is even here. Was it a big tornado? What happened? Well, of course, in 1871, most people know, was the year of the Great Peshtigo Fire. It had been a really dry year, and across the bay in Peshtigo, there was a massive fire, way bigger than the Chicago fire, that happened at the exact same time. Killed way more people than the Chicago fire did, but because Chicago was a big city and Peshtigo was a little place out in the middle of nowhere, people didn't really pay any attention to the Peshtigo fire. Something like 300 people were killed in the Peshtigo fire.
300 were killed in Chicago, 3,000 in Peshtigo.
Were killed in the Peshtigo fire. Over in Peshtigo, the fire was so intense that some people jumped into the river to try to save themselves, and supposedly the river was boiling. There's a mass grave over in Peshtigo that I've seen before that has at least 300 unidentified bodies in it. It was such a massive fire. Well, the fire was so massive that it blew embers into the sky, and some of those embers actually made it across the bay. Now, there's conflicting reports on this. Some people said that the fire that happened over here on the peninsula, which I'm about to tell you about, was the result of the Peshtigo fire, and some people said it's just a coincidence. It was a fire at the exact same time because it had been dry over here. Anyways, let's just pretend that it started because of the Peshtigo fire. That's what a lot of people think probably happened. Anyways, right where I'm at, right where this little county park is, right along this road, the road would have been a little bit different back then, was a little town called Williamsonville. It wasn't a very big town, but there would have been houses, and there was a blacksmith shop, and there was a shingle factory, and there were stores, and probably nearby a school. There were people that lived here. Well, anyways, this town started on fire, and the fire in the entire area around the town started on fire. And the fire was so massive that out of the 70 people that lived in this town, only 17 of them survived. The others perished. Across the road here, there used to be a potato field. People were laying in that field with wet blankets over themselves. They suffocated to death. People were burning to death. Various people survived for various reasons. However, here is something that's right here at the park. If you come here, there's this, now I think the facts on here are a little bit disputed. It says well site, and there's I guess the remnants of an old well here. It's certainly not the original well that would have been here. In fact, I just found out last year that the actual well that's being discussed here might have actually been almost a quarter of a mile from here. But let's just go with this right here. It says well site. During the fire of October 8th, 1871, that's the Peshtigo fire, this well site was used by 7 persons as a place of refuge. The last man to the well found the wood curb on fire. After tearing off the curb, he entered the well and pulled a wet blanket over the opening. 5 of the 7 survived. I've actually read that 7 of the 7 survived. So who knows, okay? Who knows where the truth is? This happened a long time ago. The truth is somewhere in the middle, but the point was, right along here, right along this road, there was a full-fledged town, Williamsonville. Over 70 people lived here. By the time the fire was done, on October 8th, 1871, only 17 of them were still alive. At the Door County Museum on the corner of 4th and Michigan, they have a few remnants of things that they found during some archaeology digs out here, parts of plates and stuff like that. That's all that remains of this once thriving little town that was completely destroyed in October of 1871. Okay, take it easy.